my name's Jade and today we're going to be talking about Shatter by Tahereh Mafi. This is a dystopian. It follows Juliet and basically her touch is lethal, and that's all we really know until like the end of the book. We pick up bits, but I mean I had so many questions and I was so confused and there's so many things that were just, she didn't give a lot of detail, and then she'd get frustrated with everyone else because they were being so cryptic, but she was being really cryptic herself. It's really fast paced, it's really easy to read, the chapters are super short, which always helps. The cover is very pretty. It's so shiny. It's always watching. Yeah, I love this cover. It's really very nice, especially compared to the first cover. This is one of the best cover changes I have ever seen, because that first cover was, what were they thinking? She doesn't even wear a white dress, and what's with the silver? I would give it like a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It was parts where we actually got information, it was interesting, but I had lots of issues with it too, so I would definitely pick it up because it's super easy to read. First of all, it's really short. Although this one of my biggest problems with it was I didn't really get too big a feel for like the actual plot and the actual story. Like I couldn't really see where it was going and what was happening. But I really like what started happening in the end, and I think that will be super interesting, and I'm really excited to read the second one because I really liked what happened in the end, and so that excites me because of a lot of reasons. I'll get into it in the spoiler section, which it is time for. I don't have anything else to say. If you haven't read the book, then I would recommend it. It's not my fave, but I have high hopes for the other one. If you haven't read the book, I'm going to be spoiling you, so I'm going to ask you to read the book, and then come back and we can discuss it and it'll be fun. Okay, bye! If you have not read the book, oh, that's awkward. Juliet as a character, first of all, she was very over dramatic. There are lots of things. Now, she seems like a very selfless, very kind person, and I really like, you know, the selfless, brave, stand up for what they believe in kind of characters like Tessa and Triss, and she seems like one of them, and so I really liked her in that sense. But she kept asking Adam why he was being so nice to her, and I mean, I understand that she's like doesn't understand and she doesn't feel like she's worth it, but she just said it like 50 bajillion times. Their relationship as well, insta love kind of, really. I mean, I understand they have that backstory, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they spent enough time with each other and knew enough of each other beforehand to be in love. They barely know each other. I think if we had some more time with them, yeah, I never felt particularly attached to them. I mean, the whole time I was feeling very distant, and I think it's a mixture between the writing style and how Juliet is, but especially during that time where she said weeks went by and I did this and that, blah blah blah. I would have liked to seen her and Adam talk. I would like to see her and Warner talk. I'd like to see some of the kind of things that they're doing, because I have no idea what she would be doing. Okay, so the prison in the beginning was horrible. She didn't feel quite right to me. She felt like she had kind of gone a little crazy at times. She's just in the beginning, she just kept shutting Adam off when he came in, and it was like Cellmate, and Cellmate has a nice name, but then she wouldn't talk to him, and I can understand she didn't want to tell him stuff, but frustrating. It was frustrating to read. And then we find out that she knows him and she kind of has a crush on him, and she still doesn't talk to him. I don't know, I just felt like their relationship went from nothing to everything within that. They get her out and they send her off to this place, and Adam's working for them, and oh, traitor, he's working for their establishment. But he talked about them like he didn't like them. So this establishment or situation, they're trying to take over everything basically because of this disease, and the weather's acting crazy and animals are dying and there's a shortage in food, and so it kind of sounded like they didn't trust the actual leaders to take care of everyone, so they kind of started taking over the world. I like that they tell us that it's a global thing, because very often in dystopians we only know about America and we don't know about the rest of the world, and that's one of my frustrations, because I want to know. I'm curious, like, what's happening to the rest of the world? Warner. Ew. And I know he's a love interest, and I know that lots of people come second, third book, they end up hating Adam and loving Warner. I don't understand what could possibly happen that will redeem him. I'm gonna be looking at this in the future thinking, oh, Jade, it's cute when you try, but I don't understand how he can redeem himself. He was just so horrible. He was just such a jerk, first of all. Second of all, he was disgusting. He thought that killing people was fun, and he was craving power, and he wanted Juliet to be a monster, and he was trying to control her. Just not cool, dude. I mean, you can tell that he cares for her, but I don't care. Stay away from her. So Adam can touch her, and then we find out that Warner can also touch her. That's awfully convenient. James says it as well. I loved James. I loved how suspicious he was of Juliet, because I'm suspicious, because that is awfully, awfully convenient. I really hope that gets explained. And the bird, that she would dream of the bird that he used to dream of. I was thinking it's like gonna be like a soulmate ordeal, that they are designed to be with each other or something because of this weird disease thing and because of the powers thing. But then Warner, I don't know. And that radioactive field thingy that they found the tank in, it was also awfully convenient that he had a serum that could be disabled by that Kenji also managed to go through this field to disable his serum thing. Warner researched her and did all these tests, and that Juliet is immune to this place as well. I really want to know, because they said about this disease, and then in the end we find out that the establishment is hiding the animals and giving them a shortage of food, and that it's all fake, and they're just trying to control the people. Was there actually a disease then? Because first of all, we have loads of people with powers. Did you see the powers thing playing out? Because I did. I thought that would be too weird for it just to be her, and this whole time I thought there were others like her. I thought she said something about it. Apparently she didn't. And then in the end, we find there's others about her. I love superhero movies and like superpowers, and so that really excites me. I love the Darkest Minds, and like when they use their powers, it's just the best times ever. And they have super costumes, and it's gonna be so cool because they're with Omega Point, and I love it there because it reminds me of the Children's League in these superhero, like in these dystopian type books. You know, they often have like a HQ, if you will. And it reminds me of that, but better. It's like a better district. They're Castle. I really like him. He seems pretty cool. I think we can trust him. I really hope so. I really like him. That Brendan guy, really liked him. Anyway, back to them trying to escape. I really liked James. He was pretty cool. He was really cute and funny, and I loved how much he cared about Adam and how excited he got. She's tossing around guns and bags and all this, and it seems kind of like, when did you learn to like use guns? And maybe she adapted quickly, I don't know. It felt a bit too quick, a little bit too easy. Kenji shows up and Adam kind of flips out, and I understand that he's putting James in danger, but Kenji's just been tortured, bro. Chill. I felt so bad for him. And then he was joking around and they were like, I'm gonna kill you. Whoa! I really liked Kenji, especially at the end when we found out that he actually took them to the Omega Point and that he can go invisible. And so he's one of them. And he was really funny. Juliet actually kind of became a little bit more sassy, and I warmed up to her towards the very end. You know, when she was talking to Blondie and he was like, yeah, we call him Moto because we can't say his full name because it's easier to say than Kishimoto. And she's like, yeah, but you get mad when I call you Blondie. What's the difference? And he's like, it's not the same. Don't be a hypocrite. back to poor Kenji and this whole situation of them trying to escape. So Adam's just been shot and Warner pulls to the side and she starts kissing him because she needs to get the gun, right? Okay. And then she starts talking about their connection, the electricity, how much she's enjoying it and how much it feels right or whatever. Oh, there's a connection. Just like the dreaming with the birds. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. You're with Adam. Just stay with him, please. Oh, I can't, my poor heart won't be able to take unravel me. I can see it coming. When we did first get to Omega Point and she has all these questions and she demands to see them, shut up. Yes, we understand that you want to see them. Take a chill pill, though. I mean, Kenji wouldn't let anything happen to Adam and James, and even if he would, even if you were in trouble, saying it 500 times isn't gonna do anything. So just shh. Really very dramatic, and she would just repeat herself over and over and over and over. She would have to say a sentence or a word 3 times until she would stop. And there was just lots of metaphors and similes. I really liked her similes, but at times it was a tad too much. I really do think that Adam probably has some kind of power thing. Maybe he's like resistant, or maybe it has something to do with this whole soulmate situation. That's what I thought, because they dreamed about the birds and she can touch him, but then Warner would also have the same thing. Do you reckon Adam and Warner have the same thing? Just Warner, I can't get past how he was literally just, he was like Clancy. He reminded me so much of Clancy, especially in The Darkest Minds. And I mean, I never trusted him from the get-go because he was weird and he freaked Ruby out. And I mean, same thing, and that toddler, when she was in the room with Spikes and they sent in the toddler, so very upsetting. And she has superhuman strength. Do you reckon she's like got this super strongness because when she touches things, because her touch is lethal, right? It causes people pain. So it's the same on objects. Like obviously it doesn't cause them pain, but it destroys things. I don't know. The writing style was just very snappy and choppy. I did like this crossy outness though. I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm really very excited to see what happens next. There's a song called Shatter Me and it's on YouTube. And it's the lady who plays the violin and someone else. Yeah. So let me know what you thought. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening / night. I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye. They have, what have they done? The other one, because I already said why. Shatter Me by, what am I doing?